There's a harsh truth no one ever warns you about. The good men, the noble ones, the guys who give freely without expecting anything back, they're the most vulnerable to emotional exploitation. Why? Because you don't think in terms of taking advantage of people. You assume others operate with the same heart, the same integrity, but they don't. And discovering that truth stings like hell. It hurts to wake up and realize you weren't building love. You were just propping up someone who only wanted you around when it suited her. You misread every signal. You took her occasional attention as real affection, her sporadic messages as genuine interest, her random calls as true need for you. But more often than not, it wasn't love. It was convenience. It was ego. It was disguised emotional neediness. In this video on relationship psychology, we're going to expose the exact, unmistakable signs that a woman is using you without you even noticing. And more importantly, we're going to show you how to take your power back for good. If you've ever been too good, too giving, too loyal to someone who only knew how to receive, this is going to shift your entire perspective forever. The painful reality: love or just convenience. She knew exactly what to say to keep you hooked, but she never took the real step to be with you fully. And you, with your pure heart, believed every word. But look at yourself now. Really look. How many times were you the one keeping the conversation alive? How many times were you the fixer, the supporter, the one who was always there no matter what? How many times did she only show up when she needed something? When she was bored, lonely, or just wanted to feel that you were still on standby? That isn't love, brother. That's emotional usage. And you weren't born to be anyone's emotional resource on demand. The problem with most good men is they cling to crumbs, convincing themselves those crumbs are signs of something deeper. They hold on to a single message, a laugh, a casual, "I still think about you." But if someone only thinks about you when they're feeling empty, that's not affection. That's emotional dependency on your energy, your stability, your unwavering presence. You deserve so much more. You deserve someone who chooses you every day, not someone who pulls you out of the drawer when it suits them. She knew she could count on you. She knew you'd never fail her. She knew you'd be available even when she vanished for days or weeks. And that security you gave her became the perfect revolving door. She could come in and out without any real consequences. You handed her full access to your heart, while she only cracked the door to hers when it was convenient. That imbalance drained you slowly, silently, without you even seeing it happen. Why you? Understanding the mechanism. I want you to hear this clearly. You're not stupid. You don't lack courage, intelligence, or experience. What you lacked was perspective. She didn't use you because you're weak. She used you because you're valuable. Your energy is rare. With you, she felt validated, seen, important, supported. You were her safe refuge, but never her priority. That's why you're here right now. To clear the fog, to open your eyes wide, to see the truth with the sharpness you deserve. Not to wallow in pain, but to wake up fully, to realize that what you were giving was far too big, too real, for someone who only wanted to take without ever giving back. From this moment forward, burn this sentence into your chest. A man who values himself never allows himself to be used. Sign number 1. She only appears when she needs something, the emotional band-aid. One of the clearest, most gut-punching proofs she's using you is this: she only shows up when she needs something from you. And I'm not just talking about material favors. I'm talking attention, validation, company, emotional support, a shoulder to cry on. You've become her reliable resource, the one she uses to fill her voids while leaving you empty without a single explanation. Think back to all those moments when you were finally at peace, moving forward, feeling good. Then suddenly, a message from her. It feels urgent, emotional, important. You drop everything, respond, show up. But when it's you who needs something, silence, distance, coldness. Why? Because it was never about you. It was about how you made her feel in that exact moment. She came to you when she was lonely, bored, insecure, hurt, but never when you needed her. Never. She never mirrored the same level of care. She never truly asked how you were doing. Not really. If a woman only appears when she's falling apart and vanishes the second she's okay, you're not her man. You're her emotional band-aid. Face it without fear. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't disappear when life gets good. She includes you. She wants you in her happy moments too. But when she's using you, she does the exact opposite. She only seeks you out when her world is crashing, because you're her temporary support, her storm shelter, her free emotional fix without any commitment. With your noble heart, you thought she needed you because she cared. But needing isn't loving. Needing isn't valuing. Needing isn't choosing. You confused urgency with affection, dependency with love, fleeting attention with real interest. She knew you'd answer. She knew you'd always be there, and she used it, not necessarily to hurt you on purpose, but to feed her ego and stabilize herself while keeping you hooked on the illusion that something real was building. Open your eyes here. If she only shows up broken and disappears whole, she's not with you. She's with her convenience, and you weren't born to be anyone's backup plan. Sign number 2, the total imbalance in investment. Here's a truth that hurts like fire, but sets you free once you accept it. When you're the one carrying everything and she's just taking, you're not in a relationship. You're in an emotional exploitation dynamic. It's one of the sneakiest ways a good man loses himself without even noticing. Because you give from the heart, from your genuine way of loving, from your nobility. But she receives from comfort, from habit, from ego. Ask yourself the question most men avoid. What do you actually receive from her? And I don't mean the occasional nice text or surface-level attention. I mean real reciprocity, time, energy, support, listening, patience, understanding, presence. How much of what you pour out actually comes back? If the answer is little to nothing, you're not in love. You're surrendered to someone who doesn't value you. A woman who truly loves you brings something to the table. A woman who values you gives you space, energy, peace. A woman who matches you doesn't just receive, she invests too. She cares too. She pursues too. But when a woman is using you, the pattern is always the same. You carry, she rests. You build, she enjoys. You fix, she demands. And the worst part? She makes it feel normal. Have you normalized doing more than you're asked? Have you normalized being more present than you should? Have you normalized caring more for someone who barely cares for you? She knows. She knows you're the reliable one. She knows you never let her down. She knows you're always there. And that's exactly why she feels zero urgency to give anything back. You've trained her that she can receive without effort. The issue isn't that you're too good. The issue is she's not on your level. A woman worthy of your love wouldn't let you carry everything alone. She wouldn't let you burn out. She wouldn't allow you to give your all while she offers the bare minimum. Face this. When you give without receiving, you lose value in your own eyes, and she starts seeing you as unconditionally available. The perfect setup for exploitation. But here's the powerful flip. The day you stop giving freely, she loses her hold on you, because the only thing keeping her in your life was your devotion, not her interest. You're not an emotional vending machine. You're not here to fill other people's voids. What you give is too valuable to be taken without gratitude. Sign number 3, the gray zone and strategic ambiguity. Listen closely. This is one of the most insidious forms of emotional usage. The gray zone, that murky space where she keeps you close but never commits, never defines anything, never gives you a real place. You're not her partner, but you're not a stranger either. You're not just an option, but you're definitely not a priority. You're stuck in that in-between where she feels accompanied, validated, admired, while you wait endlessly for clarity that never comes. The gray zone isn't accidental, it's calculated. She knows with you, she has an emotional safety net, a reliable listener, someone to lean on when she breaks, without any responsibility to reciprocate. She doesn't want to lose you because your presence feeds her, calms her, boosts her ego. But she also doesn't want to fully have you, because that would require effort, commitment, real reciprocity. And that's not in her plan. You feel it. You sense it. There's something there, but it's never enough. She makes you feel wanted, but never confirms it. You feel progress, then she pulls back. It's like chasing a horizon that moves every time you get closer. This ambiguity isn't innocent. It's a form of control. As long as you're confused, you're available. The gray zone exhausts you because it ties you to an illusion. She says things like, I'm not ready right now, but I don't want to lose you. You're important to me. I don't want you to disappear. And with your pure heart, you read that as genuine interest. But those words have only one goal: to keep you emotionally hooked without her having to step up. Here's the raw truth. If a woman wants you, she chooses you. If she doesn't choose you, she's just holding you. And holding isn't love, it's fear of losing the benefits you provide. You're her emotional stability, her guaranteed attention, her constant validation, her backup plan. That's the role she assigns when she keeps you in this ambiguous space, where you hurt enough to stay attached, but not enough to walk away completely. Sign number 4. The trap of intermittent reinforcement, hot and cold. If there's one thing that truly traps a man and keeps him stuck without realizing it, it's this: intermittent reinforcement. That toxic mix of affection and coldness, interest and distance, closeness and disappearance, dosed like an emotional drug. One day she gives you warmth, the next she ghosts. One day she reaches out, the next she leaves you talking to the void. These emotional roller coasters aren't random. They're designed to hook you in ways you can't logically explain. The way it works, she gives you just enough to keep you from leaving, but never enough to make you feel secure. You're kept in perpetual uncertainty. Every small gesture feels like a reward. Every silence feels like punishment. Without knowing it, you become addicted to the cycle, always waiting for the next crumb of attention. Let me say it straight. When a woman only gives affection sporadically, it's not because she's confused. It's because she knows this is how she hooks you deepest. She knows ignoring you makes you chase. She knows a minimal gesture makes you hope again. She knows a sweet message after days of silence will reel you back in. And that unpredictable rhythm makes you feel like you're on the verge of winning her, when in reality, you're just reacting to her emotional manipulation. Why does it work so well? Because it triggers your brain through scarcity. The mind bonds harder to unpredictable rewards than to consistent ones. That's why you stay, hoping this time will be different. This time she'll value you. This time she'll choose you. But if she wanted to choose you, she already would have. What she wants isn't to give love. It's to keep your energy close without losing the perks. Understand this: a woman who loves you gives stability, not uncertainty. Clarity, not confusion. Peace, not anxiety. If she keeps you in a hot and cold cycle, it's because she wants you near, but not with you. She wants your attention, not your heart. Your energy, not your love. Your presence, without ever giving hers. Intermittent reinforcement is poison dressed as emotion. It's the most elegant way to make you addicted to someone who never intended to stay. Reclaiming your power. After everything you've heard, I want you to feel this with absolute clarity. You were never the problem. You weren't weak, naive, or worthless. On the contrary, she exploited you because you had something rare: heart, loyalty, devotion, real presence. She used your light, not your darkness, your emotional strength, not fragility. And today, you're finally waking up. Because once a man opens his eyes, he never gives away what he once gave so freely again. A man who sees the signs, understands the patterns, and claims his worth becomes impossible to manipulate. She might try to come back. She might try to hook you again. She might try to restart the same cycle. But you're not that man anymore. You're not the one who settles for scraps. You're not the one who gives without receiving. You're not the one who tolerates gray zones or crumbs. Your silence will become your new weapon. Your distance will become your self-respect. Your absence will be the consequence she never saw coming. And when she realizes she can't use you anymore, when she notices you're no longer available, when she sees you don't react to her games, she'll finally see you the way she never did before, as a man who doesn't bend, who doesn't lose himself in anyone, who chooses himself above any woman. Listen close. You didn't lose anyone. She lost a man who truly loved her. You lost an illusion. She lost an irreplaceable opportunity. Because a man who respects himself is worth more than 1,000 who beg. And that man is you now. Burn this final truth into your soul. She used you because she thought you'd never wake up. But you did. And a man who's awake, aware, and master of his own value can never be used twice. If this hit home and helped you, smash that like button, subscribe to Relationship Psychology, and turn on notifications, because here we turn your pain into power and your silence into unbreakable self-respect. Drop one single word in the comments: value, because you're worth way more than she ever imagined. And now you know it. In the next video, we'll dive into exactly how to rebuild your confidence after this kind of experience and how to spot the woman who truly deserves you. It's the perfect next step in your transformation. Stay strong, brothers.